Hello, my dear students. I welcome you all. Hope you all are fine, healthy, sound, and studying well. So let's go to the next exercise 3.5. And now I have got one more surprising thing for you all people. Actually, I'll do it when I'll show you. Oh, sorry. I'll show you when I do it. Okay. So exercise 3.5. What is this dealing with? Which we have done already in the basics. Which of the following pairs of linear equations has unique solution, no solution, or infinitely many solutions? In case there, first of all, you have to identify whether they have this type of solutions. And in case there is unique solution, find it by using cross multiplication method. Now you know the cross multiplication method that we have used is basically having two variations. One when a1 x plus b1 y is equal to c1, a2 x plus b2 y is equal to c2. When we do this method, at that time when you find d is equal to a1 a2 b1 b2, then you find dx, which will be equal to, now when this is there on the other side, at that time this you will swipe c1 c2 b1 b2. Also when dy, so you will, at that time you will not swipe, you will take a1 a2 c1 c2. Of course you have to find the value of these determinants. One more very important thing, my dear students, this is a determinant, and it is a determinant. Why? Because this bracket is called as a bracket of determinant. This is the bracket of determinant. When you have to find the value of this determinant, at that time cross multiplication, this value into this value minus this value into this value, is basically the formula of finding the value of a determinant. Are you getting? This bracket is called as the bracket of determinant. It is actually not a bracket also, you have to call it a determinant. And to find the value of this determinant, the way is that you have to cross multiply and subtract the two. But then this value you can find only if this is a determinant. And to make it know that this is a determinant, you have to make this bracket. If you don't draw this bracket, then definitely there are full chances, or the school teacher has the full authority to cut your marks or even give it wrong. Because otherwise, how are you going to find a1 into b2 minus a2 into b1? Why are you applying that? So now this is done, and then you have got x is equal to dx by d, y is equal to dy by d. This is how we do. Also we know that if a1 x plus b1 y plus c1 is equal to 0, a2 x plus b2 y plus c2 is equal to 0. At that time again d is equal to a1 a2 b1 b2. You find the value of this d and dx. Now actually when you are taken c1 c2 over here, at that time you are not going to swipe the places of b1 b2 c1 c2, but definitely you will swipe the places of a1 a2, and the rest is same. X is equal to dx upon d and y is equal to dy upon d. One more interesting thing, my dear students, one more you can do. This is definitely, see, if you do by any of these methods, you should know each and every method because of certain reasons which I don't want to really prolong this video much. One more interesting thing is there, my dear students. You just to avoid the length of the solution, b1 y plus c1 is equal to 0. But remember, at this case, this has to be is equal to 0, and a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. At that time what you have to do is that you have to see, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. Okay, this a1 a2 is first coefficient of the coefficient of the first variable, a1 a2 is the coefficient of the first variable, b1 b2 is the coefficient of the second variable, c1 c2 is actually third constant. You have to write them. See, this you are not supposed to write 2 2 2, just a minute, let me confirm that. I don't want any confusions. I suddenly got confused. Yes, you have to write in the form of 2, 3, 1, 2. 2, 3, 1, 2 means coefficients of the second variable you will write first, constants, coefficients of the first variable, and then again coefficient of the second variable. This you have to remember the order: 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, again 2. Okay, so when I write this, 2 means the coefficient of the second variable b1, b2, 3 means c1, c2, 1 means a1, a2, and again 2 means b1, b2. Okay, these are the determinants. This is one determinant, this is second determinant, and this is third determinant. This is going to be, this is x, this is y, and this is 1. So try to understand. This is again a very nice method, and same thing you are going to do, except in a very small space. So what you are going to do now is x upon, find the value of this b1 c2 minus c1 b2 is equal to y upon c1 a2 minus a1 c2, and this is always 1 upon a1 b2 minus a2 b1. I'll show this, I'll definitely do it for you, and it is very easy. Everything happens in a very small space. Still, I'll see to it that you are not getting confused, my dear students. Don't worry, I'll do things in such a way that you should not be confused. I'll not leave you confused anywhere, my dear students. Don't worry about that. So now coming to question number 1. Which of the following pairs of linear equation has unique solution, no solution, or infinitely many solutions? So for that, you know how you have to do and what you have to do. Of course, here first question is telling us that the equations are x minus 3y minus 3 is equal to 0. This is your first equation, and 3x minus 9y minus 2 is equal to 0. This is going to be your second equation. Now comparing equation 1 with a1x plus b1y is equal to c1, we get a1 is equal to 1. Are you getting 1? b1 is equal to minus 3, c1 is equal to minus 3. Okay, and okay, that's all. Comparing equation 2 with a2x plus b2y, plus c1 is equal to 0, plus c2 is equal to 0, a2 is equal to 3, b2 is equal to minus 9, c2 is equal to minus 2. Okay, so this is how we will be finding the value of sub. Now you know that we have to find the values of a1 upon a2 will be equal to 1 upon 3. This is your 3. b1 upon b2 is equal to minus 3 upon minus 9, that is 1 upon 3. This is equal. Now because this is equal, we will have to go to find the values of c1 upon c2, that is equal to minus 3 upon minus 2, that is equal to 3 upon 2. Are you getting? This is the value of c1, minus 3 I am writing over here, c2 I am writing over here, minus minus plus 3 upon 2. So from or comparing 3, 4, 5, we get, what do we get? a1 upon a2 is definitely equal to b1 upon b2. It is equal to 1 upon 3, 1 upon 3, but it is not equal to c1 upon c2. Therefore the given, let us see what is the question asked. Which of the following pair of equations have unique solution, no solution, infinitely many solutions. So because no solution, given pair of equations, pair of linear equations form parallel lines, therefore the given linear equations have no solution. Okay, whatever is asked we have to reply according to that form. So this is over with question number 1. Now let us go for question number 2. Question number 2, 2x plus y is equal to 5. This is first equation. 3x plus 2y is equal to 8. This is second equation. Okay, so going further, now what do we have? Of course we'll do the same thing, comparing equation 1 with a1x plus b1y. Oh, it's not going to make any difference anyway. Is equal to c1, a1 is equal to 2, b1 is equal to, but of course if we are going to have it, okay, first I'll see this. b1 is equal to 1, c1 is equal to 5. Comparing equation 2 with a2x plus b2y is equal to c2. I hope you all are getting what I'm telling. Actually here we have got c1 and c2 on the right hand side, whereas in the first question it was on the left hand side, equal to 0 was on the right hand side. So that standard form you have to be very careful when you are dealing with cross multiplication method. So you get over here a2 is equal to 3, b2 is equal to 2 and c2 is equal to 8. So a1 upon a2 is equal to 2 upon 3. This is going to be your third. b1 upon b2 is going to be equal to your 1 upon 2. Now here itself we can make out that they are not equal, so no need for going for c1 upon c2. From 3 and 4, sorry my dear students for that cuff, 3 and 4, a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2. Therefore the given pair of linear equations have unique solution. That is the word they have used over there in the question. Single solution, one solution, unique solution, one and only one solution. Okay, so now when you have to now get it by cross multiplication, finding solutions by cross multiplication method. This you have to first bring it to notice that what you are doing suddenly, otherwise again, see, presentation is very important. Try to make your solution as clear as possible. So you have got a1, a2, a3. So if I talk about, now that is the problem has come now. That's why we should have kept it over here. Okay, I'll have to solve it again for you all people, because actually why I'm telling is actually this we can directly solve it by cross multiplication method, finding dx, everything I explained you now. Definitely without transforming this c1 over here, c2 over here, we can solve it like this. You can definitely do it by choice, but I want you all people to understand this method also, That's why I want them, but this method is applicable only when C1 and C2 is on the left hand side. Only when C1 and C2 is on the left hand side. That's why that time this method is applicable. This is a very short method. I want to do it by both the methods so that you are understanding all the things clearly. So I will do one thing, I'll not to make confusion. 2x plus y is equal to 5. This is given. 2x plus y minus 5 is equal to 0. This will become your first equation. This, actually speaking, you don't have to really solve. I'm repeating. If you have already solved, we can directly go find the value of d, find the value of dx, find the value of dy. This I am doing just because I want to solve same question by both the methods and try to make you understand both the methods very clearly. So second equation is 3x plus 2y is equal to 8. So this I should have done it over here. 3x plus 2y minus 8 is equal to 0. This becomes the second equation. So now I'll start the comparison and everything. Comparing equation 1 with a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0, I get a1 is equal to what? 2. See, this is the first equation, 2. b1 is equal to 1. c1 is equal to minus 5. Similarly, comparing equation 2 with a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0, I get a2 is equal to 3, b2 is equal to 2 and c2 is equal to minus 8. Okay, this is what I have got. And now if I go to find the value of d, if normally what I have been doing, d is equal to, of course, a1, a2, b1, b2. What do I get? This is equal to, what is a1, a2? 2, 3, 1, 2. Fine. 2, 3, 1, 2. b1, b2. This will be 2 2s are 4 minus 3 1s are 3. That will be equal to 1. This is the value of d. So therefore, d is equal to 1. Fine. Then I go to find dx. Now because C1 is C1 C2 is on the left hand side, I don't have to swipe this. I will just write b1 b2 c1 c2. So b1 b2 is 1 2, c1 c2 is minus 5 minus 8. This will become 1 into minus 8 will be minus 8, minus of the formula 2 into minus 5 will give me minus 10. This will become minus 8 plus 10. This will be equal to 2. So I get dx is equal to 2. Fine. Now I go to find the value of dy. Now because c1 c2 is on the left hand side, I will have to, for y I will have to swipe the places c1 c2 and this will become a1 a2. c1 c2 is minus 5 minus 8 and a1 8 is 2 3. So minus 5 into 3 will give me minus 15, minus of the sign, minus 8 into 2 will give me minus 16, that will give me minus 15 plus 16, so that will give me 1. Fine. So then I get dy is equal to 1. Fine. So now I will go to find the value of x. Dx upon d. Dx is 2 upon 1, that is equal to 2. And y is equal to what? Dy by d. Dy is equal to 1 upon 1, that is equal to 1. So I get the value of solutions is x is equal to 2, y is equal to 1 is the solution of given simultaneous equation. So now This is done, my dear students. I hope you all are getting this, and very clearly you have done lots of questions based on this method. Now what I want to all people to understand is that instead of doing all these lengthy things, see, if I am copying everything, comparing equation 1, I am just copying a1 is equal to 2, b1 is equal to 1, c1 is equal to minus 5. These are the values. A1 is equal to 2, b1 minus 5, 2, 1 minus 5. This is 3, 2 minus 8. Okay. This you have got. Now what you have to do is that, I remember this only, 2, 3, 1, 2. This you have to remember. 2 means this. So, and this of course, 2 means b1, b2, that will be, if you want you can write it, no problem, b1, b2, 3 means c1, c2, 1 means a1, a2, and again 2 means b1, b2. X is going to be forming this, y is going to be forming this, and 1. How it is going to be happening? X, b1, b2 is 1, 2, and c1, c2 is minus 5, minus 8, y, a1, a2 is 2, 3. I hope you all are getting b1, b2, 1, 2, c1, c2, minus 5, minus 8, a1, a2, 2, 3, again b1, b2, that is 1, 2, and remember this is 1. Now I have to find the values of this. This is x upon what? Find the value of this. 1 into minus 8 will be minus 8, minus of the sign. 2 into minus 5 will give me minus 10. This will be equal to y upon, again this minus 5 into 3 will give me minus 15, minus 8 into 2 will give me minus 16 is equal to 1 upon 2 2s are 4, minus 3 1s are 3. Okay, so what I get over here is x upon minus 8 plus 10, y upon minus 15 plus 16, 1 upon 1. So if I solve it now itself, so what do I get? X upon 2 is equal to y upon 1 is equal to 1 upon 1. Now comparing these two, x upon 2 is equal to 1 upon 1. X upon, now from 1, this will be whatever is the number, my dear students, whatever is the numbering, it will be 3, 4, something like that. From 3 we get whatever is this, we get x upon 2 is equal to 1 upon 1. So you will get x into 1, x is equal to 2, and y upon 1 is equal to 1 upon 1. So you get y is equal to 1. So see the same answer, I suppose, x is equal to 2, y is equal to 1. Okay, this happens comparatively very easily. You see, if you are able to see, you should be able to do in both the ways. You never know what will come across in front of you when you are actually in the papers. So this we have finished with question number 2. So let's go for question number 3. Don't worry, my dear students, keep on solving. 2, 3 questions when you solve, automatically everything you understand. But the only thing is that those 2, 3 questions you have to take interest and solve. That is the only difference. So in this case, what they have given is 3x minus 5y is equal to 20. This they have given. So what I will do, 3x minus 5y minus 20 is equal to 0. This will be my first equation. Next is 6x. I don't know why my handwriting is just giving away. Minus 10y is equal to 40. This they have given. So I get 6x minus 10y minus 40 is equal to 0. This is second equation. Okay, this we could have reduced. Forget 3, 5, 20. This is going to be, see, actually speaking, after reducing it is going to form this. So basically this is going to be coincidental solution, coincidental lines. So infinitely many solutions. But of course you have to write this all. Comparing equation 1 with a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0, you get a1 is equal to 3, b1 is equal to minus 5 and c1 is equal to minus 20. Comparing equation 2 with a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0, a2 is equal to 6, b2 is equal to minus 10 and c2 is equal to minus 40. So next what we will do, a1 upon a2, a1 is 3 upon a2 is 6, this is equal to 1, 3 1s are 3 2s are 6. This is going to be my third equation. Fine. Then b1 upon b2 is equal to minus 5 upon minus 10, that will give me minus minus plus, 5 1s are 5 2s are. This is done. Because b1 and b2 both are coming equal, so I will have to go and calculate c1 upon c2 sorry, minus 20 upon minus 40. This will give me minus minus plus, 21s are 22s are 5. Okay, so now from 3 4 5, comparing 3 4 5, we get a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 is equal to c1 upon c2. Therefore the given pair of linear equations form coincidental lines, hence they have, what is the question? Infinitely many solutions. Infinitely many solutions. They have infinitely many solutions. Actually there is no need of this infinitely many solutions. They have infinite solutions. Infinite itself means many. I don't know why, but these words they are using, so we will have to write in the same form. What they expect, we have to write that way. Question number 4. X minus 3y minus 7 is equal to 0. This is already given. X minus 3y minus 7 is equal to 0. This is your first equation. Second is 3x minus 3y. 3x minus 3y minus 15 is equal to 0. This is your second. So this is already given in the form of a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0. So no problem. So we proceed. Comparing equation 1 with a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0, we get a1 is equal to, see here, coefficient 1, b1 is equal to, compare the signs, minus 3, c1 is equal to minus 7. Okay, I forgot one thing. Chalo. Comparing equation 2 with a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. a2 is equal to 3, b2 is equal to minus 3, c2 is equal to minus 15. So going forward, a1 upon a2 is equal to 1 upon 3. This will be your equation 3. And I get b1 upon b2 is equal to minus 3 upon minus 3. That will be equal to 1 upon 1. Of course, now I can see that a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2. So no need of going for c1 upon c2. So comparing 3 and 4, we see that, or we get that, but normally I like to see, we see that a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2. Therefore the given pair of linear equations have unique solution. Now we have to find that unique solution by, now I will do only one thing, finding the solution by cross multiplication method. Of course, because they have asked us to do by that method. If they would have not insisted on that method, then we could have used any method. Okay, because they have insisted on that, so we have to use that. So here now, A1, A2 we know, B1, B2 we know, C1, C2 we know. So we have to remember that we have to write it in the form of 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, so of course I think that you must be very familiar. See, you should know all the three ways. All the three ways. When C1 upon C2 is on the right hand side, at that time also, at that time you are going to swipe places of B1 and B2 with C1 and C2, between B1, B2 and C1, C2, when C1, C2 is on the right hand side, and not going to swipe places for A1, A2, C1, C2. Exactly opposite you will do when you have got is equal to 0. Okay, but in this case, when is equal to 0 is there, what we are going to write, the arrangement is this: second coefficient constants, first coefficient, second coefficients. So what is the second coefficient? Now here I write x b1 b2 c1 c2 y a1 a2 1, and this is again b1 b2. Understood? Second, third, first, second. This is going to be for x, for y, and for 1. That's all. So when I write this, what do I write again? X b1 b2 is minus 3 minus 3, minus 3 minus 3. C1 C2 is minus 7 minus 15, minus 7 minus 15. Then I go for y, that is C1 C2 I have written A1 A2 1 3, and then I go for 1 B1 B2 again minus 3 minus 3. I hope this is very simple and very logical. Of course I would have taught you this first, but no, I want you to go understand everything, and what that is difficult should be taught first. That what looks difficult, not at all difficult. So here I get now x upon, I multiply this 3 into 15 45 minus minus plus 45, sign of the formula minus, and then again this will be minus minus plus 3 7s are 21 is equal to y upon, now this I will have to take 7 3s are minus plus minus 21, minus of the sign, minus plus minus 15 ones are 15 is equal to 1 upon 1 into minus 3 will give me minus 3, sign of minus 3 into minus 3 will give me minus 9. So when I open these brackets, I will get 45 minus 21 24, fine, is equal to, now this y upon this will become minus 21 plus 15. Okay, minus 21 plus 15, so this will give me, of course we will subtract the 2, this will be 6, and sign of the greater number minus. Okay, then is equal to 1 upon minus 3 plus 9. Okay, minus 3 plus 9, right? Minus minus plus, minus 3 plus 9 will give you plus 6. This will be your equation number, oh again I have lost it, or what? Wait, किधर रखा मैंने? Yes, 3 4 I have reached 5. From 5, this you will compare with 1 upon 6, x upon 24 is equal to 1 upon 6. This will be 6x is equal to 24 If I otherwise 24 you could have taken over there straight upon 6. 24 goes over there. 6 4s are, so you get x is equal to 4. And you will compare this, y upon minus 6 is equal to 1 upon 6. Minus 6 goes over there. Y is equal to minus 1. Now you get x is equal to 4, y is equal to minus 1 is the solution of given pair of simultaneous linear equation. Now my dear students, one problem is there. One of our few students are still finding some confusion in how to verify or how to counter check what I am doing this. See, once you get the value of x is equal to 4, y is equal to minus 1, those students who are actually still not very clear with the idea of how to verify. See, this is the value that you have got, x is equal to 4 and y is equal to minus 1. This is your solution that you have got. How to verify this solution? You have to go back to the question, my dear student. The question is this, x minus 3y, but of course during verification this minus 7 has to be on the other side. X minus 3y is equal to minus 7 will become plus 7, okay, and 3x minus 3y is equal to 15. Okay, now what you have to do in this equation, you have to substitute the value of x and substitute the value of y. This 7 should come, is equal to 7 is there. This 7 should be the answer when you substitute x and y over here. When you substitute the value of x and y over here, this should be your answer. So see, I have got the value of x is equal to 4 and y is equal to minus 1. Okay, x is equal to 4 and y is equal to minus 1. This is the equation. Left hand side is x minus 3y. I will only take left hand side. So x is equal to 4. I will write 4 minus 3. In place of y, I will write minus 1 into minus 1. Okay, are you getting? So x minus 3y, I substitute the value of x is equal to 4 in place of x. Y is equal to minus 1 in place of y. So what do I get now? 4 minus minus plus 3 1s are 3 is equal to 7. Is equal to 7. It is come. So that means, of course, but this has to be true for both the equations. This is 3x minus 3y. I will take only the left hand side. And now 15 should be the answer once I substitute the value of x and y over here. In place of x, I will write 4. That means 3 into 4 minus 3 into what is y? Minus 1. 3 4s are 12. Again minus minus plus 3 1s are 3. 12 plus 3 is 15. That is coming right hand side. That means my solution is right. Okay, my dear students, this is how you should verify your own whether your answer is right or not right. Okay, I can do this for your second question also. I just hope I have not missed it. Yes, it is there. Second question, if you will see these are the values of x and y. Second question, x is equal to 2, y is equal to 1. This is the value that you have got of x and y. And what are the questions that are given to you? I hope I am taking the right questions and everything, otherwise again there will be a problem. Two, 3, 1, 2, minus 5, minus 8. Okay, fine. See, this is right. So, what is the second question? The equation that are given to you is 2x plus y is equal to 5. This is already 5 on the right hand side. 3x plus 2y is equal to 8. Okay, these are the equations given to you. Okay, my dear students. So now if I think that this is the value, so I will substitute values of x and y in the left hand side. After substituting the value of x and y in the left hand side, I should get 5. After substituting the value of x and y in the left hand side over here, I should get 8 after solving. So here in the first case, if I take, it is what? 2x plus y. X is equal to 2, y is equal to 1. So what I will do? X is equal to 2, y is equal to 1. This will become 2 2s are 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. Correct? Yes. Second equation, 3x plus 2y. I will substitute over here 3x plus 2y. So x is equal to 2. So in place of x, I'll write 2. 3 into 2 plus 2 into, in place of y, I will write 1. So 3 2s are 6 plus 2 1s are 2. 6 plus 2 is 8. This should come. Are you getting, my dear students? Okay. This is how the verification is done. So that if both the equations get the answer this right hand side, that means your solution is right. Otherwise your solution is wrong. You will have to see. Of course, in the previous exercise 3.4 you must have seen when I was solving, I was getting wrong things. You must have seen that. And then I went and again, that is the nice thing, my dear student. That is the reason why I actually solve things without referring anything, and I solve them as fresh as these things. I don't keep any solution beside me, or I don't really go previously. I don't prepare myself and then start the solution, because it's the same thing. If anything goes wrong, the way when I am solving, actually being a teacher, I should not make any mistakes. It is understood. But if being a student, you happen to make mistakes. See, this is maths. You should be able to make out certain things, my dear students. When you are solving maths, you have to have one part of your brain which is continuously monitoring your own steps. You are definitely involved in solving the questions, solving the methods, formulas and everything. But when you are applying formulas and you are constantly solving each and every step, there has to be one thought of yours which is constantly monitoring yourself. That thought of yours who is monitoring yourself, if that thought is successful to track your mistakes and bring them to your notice, that means your maths is getting developed. And that is exactly what I try to do when I am solving. If I happen to do mistakes, I let the mistakes happen, so that when that thought of mine which is monitoring myself, I see things going wrong, then I show you this, then here some mistake is there. Then I go back and try to track the mistakes. You have to be silent at that time, very patient. Patiently you have to track your mistakes. That time it is very difficult, my dear students. Once you have solved your own solution, then you should be able to become zero. You should be able to remove all the thoughts that you had when you are solving this previous question of yours. Only then you will be able to track your mistake. Otherwise, you will keep on banging your head on the solution and you will not be able to track your mistake. That is exactly when we were doing exercise 3.4. At that time, you must have seen that I did not write the minus sign over there, or I changed the, I did not give the proper signs to the solutions, and because of that, my whole answer went wrong. See, remember that time, those values of x and y were satisfying one equation, but they were not satisfying the second equation. So if they are satisfying one equation and it is not satisfying the second equation, even then that x and y values are wrong. And then I will have to go and check what was wrong. And then I will have to again counter check and see. If they are satisfying both the equations, then and only then your solutions are right. Okay, my dear students. So with this, we have finished this fourth question. I hope now the students who were having some confusion regarding how to verify the solutions and what was I doing. See, this is basically rough. So you have to solve in rough. That's why basically when I was solving in rough, so maybe the present, that is the reason. One more thing, my dear students, you have to understand the value of presentation. In rough, I was just doing many things in my mind and I was solving over there. So many students were not understanding what I was doing over there. Only when you solve in detail, now I hope you are able to understand this. I am writing over here. I am substituting the values of x and y properly and then showing 5 and 8 in the end. Then and only then you will be able to understand what is happening in the solution. So same, if you don't write in your solution properly, then how come the teachers who are correcting your papers will come to know that exactly what are you trying to do? That is very important. The maths is presentation is very, very, very important. You can't ignore it in any way. Okay, so moving forward, the next questions are slightly this. We have finished with this paper. Okay, second question, for which values of a and b. Okay, I am gone to the second question, my dear students. I hope you are understanding. We have finished with the question number 1 complete. Okay, and now we are going to question number 2. For which values of a and b does the following pair of linear equations have an infinite number of solutions? Means, see, this is one equation given to you already, and this second equation they have given in a different manner. Means basically this is your first coefficient, this is your second coefficient, and this is your whole constant. So your first coefficient is not, the value is not given exactly. The second coefficient means your a2 is not given, your b2 is not given, and neither is your c2 given, and you have to find the values of a and b so that the following pair of linear equation have an infinite number of solutions. So here, see, basically you can say infinite number of solutions means coincidental solution, and before this we have done this type of questions. At that time we see that you multiply this by any one number, 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6, 2 7s are 14, and you will get it. But here you can't do that, because this a minus b has to be formed, a plus b has to be formed, and 3a plus b minus 2 has to be formed over there. So to solve this question, this is really very interesting question. See here, go step by step and you will understand. It's not at all difficult. But remember, you are already given that the solutions are infinite number of solutions. So if I go to solve question number 2. Okay, so question number 2, first one. For which values of a and b? So here the equation is given, 2x plus 3y is equal to 7. This is the first given. C1, C2 can be anywhere. It's not going to make any difference, because we are not going to solve this by cross multiplication method. We are only going to use a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 is equal to c1 upon c2, that type of thing. So here c1 upon c2 can be on the left hand side, can be on the right hand side. C1 upon c2, the position of c1 upon c2 makes a difference when you are going to solve it by cross multiplication method. Okay, so this is the thing. And the second equation is a minus b x plus a plus b y is equal to 3a plus b minus 2. This is going to be your second equation. Okay, my dear students. So now again the same thing, comparing equation 1 with a1x plus b1y is equal to c1. a1 is equal to 2, b1 is equal to 3, 7. Okay, can't help, the mobile is far away from me. I can't really go and silent it. Bear with it. So here we get a2 is equal to this. A plus b. Sorry my dear students, really the mobile is far away from me, I can't really do anything. 3a plus b, see, that is the thing. It is far away from me, but the noise is so loud. Okay, fine, coming back to this. This is a1, this is a2, this is b2, this is c2. Now we get a1 upon a2. a1 upon a2 is going to be 2 up a minus b. Of course we can't solve this further. This is your 3. Fine. Then b1 upon b2, 3 upon a plus b. This solution actually, when you would have been in front of me, इसको solve करने को और भी मजा आता था. Yeah, I have to make you think certain things, which unfortunately I can't. This will be 3a plus b minus 2. I hope you all are getting this. This is the position. And now they have told us following pair have an infinite number of solutions. So here we will tell we know that to have infinite solutions, the condition is A1 upon A2 should be equal to B1 upon B2 should be equal to C1 upon C2, right? So that means what should happen is that this 2 upon A minus B should be equal to 3 upon A plus B should be equal to 7 upon 3A plus B minus 2. Now what? See here, from this equation we have to take any two equations and then we will get one more linear equation. Any two ratios we will take. So from 6 you can take any two ratios, okay? From 6 what do we get? I can take any two ratios. 2 upon A minus B is equal to 3 upon A plus B. I'm just avoiding the longer one. Now I cross multiply this, I will get 2 into A plus B is equal to 3 into A minus B. So this becomes 2A plus 2B is equal to 3A minus 3B. So now I take 2A over here, 3A minus 2A, and I take 3B over there, 3B plus 2B. So what do I get? 5B is equal to A. But this will be framing a linear equation. The 5B I shift over here, I get A minus 5B is equal to 0. Nothing remains over there. So this is going to be my seventh equation. Again, from 6, what do I get? Again, two more I can take. See, 1 and 2, these two I have taken. Any two again, I can take this two, I can take this two. But now I can't avoid this. So I can take any two. So 3 upon A plus B is equal to 7 upon 3A plus B minus 2. If I cross multiply this, 3 into 3A plus B minus 2 is equal to 7 into A plus B. So this will become 3 3s are 9A plus 3B minus 6, 7A plus 7B. So now 7A and 9A I bring together, minus 7A plus 3B minus 7B is equal to minus 6 goes over there plus 6. 9A minus 7A will give me 2A. Here sign of the greater number minus 7 minus 3 will give me 4B is equal to 6. This I can divide throughout by 2. So what I get? 2A minus 4B is equal to 6. I am just trying to reduce this, nothing more than that. So A minus 2B is equal to 3. This is going to be my 8th equation. Fine. So now I've got two more simultaneous equations. Now I will have to think about solving these two simultaneous equations. So for that, my coefficient of A and coefficient of A are same. So subtracting, this is the mistake, one more big mistake which I really did not like. That when coefficients were equal, I went to equate the coefficients of B. That is really very bad. So of course subtracting the equations, A minus 5B is equal to 0 and A minus 2B is equal to 3. So this I will subtract, so this plus will become minus, minus will become plus, plus will become minus. This is gone. Minus 5 plus 2B will give me minus 3B. 0 minus 3 will give me minus 3, then B is equal to minus 3 upon minus 3, the B is equal to 1. Of course now substituting B in any of this, a minus 2b is equal to 3, a minus 2 into 1 is equal to 3, a minus 2 is equal to 3, a is equal to 3 plus 2, a is equal to 5. So you got the values of a and b. A is equal to 5 and b is equal to 1. So if you check this, now again we have to check this. So this is your first equation, 2x plus 3y is equal to 7. A minus b, so this is c here, it is basically what? A minus b x plus a plus b y is equal to 3a plus b minus 2. In this equation, if I substitute the values of a and b, what are they? A is 5, b is 1. A is 5 and b is 1. So what I get? 5 minus 1 x plus 5 plus 1 y is equal to 3 into 5 plus 1 minus 2. Are you getting this? I substitute the value of a, b in the entire equation. So this will become 4x plus 6y is equal to 3 5s are 15 plus 1 minus 2 will give me minus 1. So this will be 4x plus 6y is equal to 14. So see now, if I multiply this whole equation by 2, I will get 4, 2 2s are 4x, 3 2s are 6, 7 2s are 14, right? This is definitely going to be your a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 is equal to c1 upon c2. Okay, my dear students. So in this way we have solved this question, and now we go for the second question. For which value of k will the following pair of linear equations have no solution? Again the same thing, 3x plus y is equal to 1. This is your first equation, and then we have got 2k minus 1 into x plus k minus 1 into y is equal to 2k plus 1. Of course, they are not going to have any solution. Have no solution. Finally, I got a V. No, this is not working. Now I am there. So this is my second equation, comparing equation 1 with a1x plus b1y is equal to c1. I get a1 is equal to 3 1, c1 is equal to 1. Okay, my dear students, this way, what is this? This mobile really. Now here they are telling me have no solution. Okay, fine. So have no solution. So we know, first of all, I have to find a1 upon a2. a1 upon a2 is equal to 3 upon 2k minus 1. This will be third. b1 upon b2 will be 1 upon k minus 1. This will be 4. c1 upon 1 upon 2k plus 1. Okay, this will be 5. Now we know what they have asked for, have no solution. No solution. So we know that for a pair, not the pair, of linear, should have been the linear simultaneous linear equation. The condition is, now it is the condition, this is supposed to be for a pair of simultaneous linear equation. The condition is, what is that? A1 upon A2 should be equal to B1 upon B2, but it should not be equal to C1 upon C2. This is not going to keep quiet. So we get, therefore, A1 upon, this is 6, from 6, A1 upon A2 should be equal to B1 upon B2. That means 3 upon 2k minus 1. Of course, we could have 3 upon 2k minus 1 should be equal to B1 upon B2, means 1 upon k minus 1. So this I cross multiply, I get 3 into k minus 1 is equal to 1 into 2k minus 1 will be 2k minus 1. 3k minus 3 is equal to 2k minus 1. 3k minus 2k is equal to minus 3 goes over there. K is equal to 2. Okay. This is the value of k you get. But now you will have to see that whether it matches this also. Also from 6 we know. Now you have to be careful. B1 upon B2 should not be equal to C1 upon C2. That means B1 upon B2 is 1 upon k minus 1 should not be equal to 1 upon 2k plus 1. So now you have to not cross multiply anything, you have to just substitute the value of k over there. 1 upon 2 minus 1. In place of k I am writing the value of k2 should not be equal to 1 upon 2 into 2 plus 1. Are you getting? In place of k I am writing 2. I get 1 upon 2 minus 1, 1 should not be equal to 1 upon 2 2s are 4 plus 1, 5, and which is not. 1 is not equal to 1 upon 5. This is satisfied. Hence, k is equal to 2. That is the value of k. Verified. You don't have to go to verify. If you want to verify, you can still go and verify. If you substitute the value of 2k, 2 is what here? K is equal to 2. So here 2k minus 1 x plus k minus 1 y is equal to 2k plus 1. If I substitute the value of k over here 2, I get 4 minus 1 x plus 2 minus 1 y, 4 plus 1. So what do I get? 3x plus y is equal to 5. So if I now see a1 upon a2 will give me 3 upon 3, and b1 upon b2 will give me 1 upon a1 upon a2 will give me 3 upon 3 means 1. b1 upon b2 will give me 1 upon 1 means 1. But c1 upon c2 will give me 1 upon 5. You can counter check that, my dear students. कुछ तो खुद होके करो, कुछ टेंशन नहीं. Okay, sorry, I should not say that. You are already doing lots. Now where was I? Okay. Question number 2 is over. Question number 3. Solve the following pair of linear equation by substitution and cross multiplication method. Okay. By substitution, following pair of linear equation. It is only one pair of linear equation. This is question number 3. Okay. 8x plus 5y is equal to 9. First equation. 3x plus 2y is equal to 4 is second equation. By substitution method. So where do I go? I'll go for y of second equation. From equation 2, what is that? 3x plus 2y is equal to 4. So I will get 2y is equal to 4 minus 3x, y is equal to 4 minus 3x upon 2. This is the expression of y I got from equation 2. Substituting 3 in equation, now I got it from 2, I will have to substitute in 1. What is equation 1? 8x plus 5y is equal to 9. 8 into what is x? I don't know. 5 into what is y? 4 minus 3x upon 2 is equal to 9. So as you know that I will like to get rid of the denominator, so I will multiply throughout by 2. 2 into 8x plus 2 into 5 into 4 minus 3x upon 2, 2 into 9. So this will go 16x plus, now I will open this, 5 4 is 20 minus 5 3 is 15x is equal to 18. So 16x minus 15x will give me x is equal to 18 minus 20, x is equal to minus 2. This is the value of x is equal to minus 2. So substituting x is equal to minus 2 in 3, y is equal to 4 minus 3x upon 2, y is equal to 4 minus 3 into minus 2 upon 2. This will give me y is equal to 4 minus minus plus 3 to 6 upon 2. That will be y is equal to 10 upon 2. I get y is equal to 5. So x is equal to minus 2, y is equal to 5. Again I like to do the verification, my dear students, so be careful. Those who have problem, see here, 8x plus 5y is equal to 9, and then 3x plus 2y is equal to 4. So I will take only the left hand side, 8x plus 5y, and these are the values of x and y. X is equal to minus 2, so in place of x I will write minus 2 plus 5. In place of y I will write minus 2, y I will write 5. So 8 minus 2 will give me minus 16 plus 5 5 is 25. If I subtract that, it will give me 16, 9, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, yes, 9. This is 9, right? Are you getting, my dear students? I hope now ideas are clear. Again, I will take the left hand side of this, 3x plus 2y. So in place of x I will write minus 2, 3 into minus 2 plus 2 into, in place of y I will write, oh, I am not in the range. In place of y I will write, very sorry, I was not in the range. See, 8x plus 5y, this is the left hand side, okay? So in place of x I write minus 2, in place of y I write 5. So 8 into minus 2 will give me minus 16, 5 into 5 will give me 25, and then this answer is 9, which is equal to 9. Now I take this, 3x plus 2y is equal to 4, 3x plus 2y, I will take only the left hand side. In place of x I will write the value of x, I have got minus 2, and place of y I will write 5, okay? So this will be minus 6 plus 10, the answer of this is 4, okay? Something or the other is I'm always missing, this is 4, okay? So which is the right hand side. So these values are right, but then of course I will have to solve it also by cross multiplication method. That is what they have asked me to do, substitution and cross multiplication. So for cross multiplication method, of course, then again I will require these two equations, equation 1 and equation 2. Of course they are in the same question, so I can proceed with the same. Comparing equation 1 with a1x plus b1y is equal to c1, we get a1 is equal to 8, we are getting this, b1 is equal to 5, and c1 is equal to 9. Again comparing equation 2 with a2x plus, we get a2 is equal to what? 3, b2 is equal to 2 and c2 is equal to 4. I hope you are getting this 3, 2, 4. So now I go for same 2, 3, 1, 2. 2 means b1, b2, that is, oh, I will better write here b1, b2. 3 means c1, c2. Again 1 means a1, a2, and then b1, b2. This is for x, for y, and this is always 1, nothing else. Even if the coefficient anything it can be, it is going to be 1 always. So I get x b1, b2 is 5, 2, and c1, c2 is 9, 4. Then a1, a2 is 8, 3, b1, b2 is 5, 2. Okay, 5, 2, 9, 4, 8, 3. Okay, fine. So this is for x, this is for y, and this is for 1. So I will write x upon 5 4 is 20 minus 9 2 is 18 will be equal to y upon 9 3 is 27 minus 8 4 is 32 will be equal to 1 upon 8 2 is 16 minus 3 5 is 15. So this is going to be your equation number 3, 4. That's all. 4. From 4, of course, no. Shit. This will give me 20 minus 18 will be 2 is equal to y upon minus this will be 5 is equal to 1 upon 1. Fine. Okay, this will be your equation 4. From 4, x upon 2 will be equal to 1 upon 1. Remember this and this. So x will be equal to 2 and y upon minus 5 will be equal to 1 upon 1. Y is equal to minus 5. Did we get reverse? Don't say that, please. Yes. Oh. See, my dear students, we have done a mistake. I got reverse signs. And why I got reverse signs? See, this is what it happens. Oh, where is the question? Where is the solution? Where is anything? See, x is equal to minus 2, y is equal to 5, and I have got x is equal to 2 and y is equal to minus 5. The reason is very simple. Why I got this? Because for cross multiplication method, c1 and c2 has to be on the left hand side. By cross multiplication method, the c1 c2 plays a big role. I'm very sorry, I will have to resolve it. Are you getting, my dear students? So in c1 c2 has to play a big role over here. Now I will have to solve everything again. Are you getting? This is all right. We have verified also this is all right. What is wrong is this only, nothing other than that. So here by cross multiplication method, 8x plus 5y is equal to 9 is given. I will have to shift it over there. That is why the signs went wrong. I can take this again, and 3x plus 2y is equal to 4. This is given, so I will get 3x plus 2y minus 4 is equal to 0. This is what happens. You have to solve it again and again, then only these things go. I'm really sorry, but this is what I got to happen. It's good that actually you are seeing that in what way the things go wrong. So be careful. So here, comparing equation 1 with a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0. a1 is equal to 8, b1 is equal to 5, and c1 is equal to minus 9. Similarly, comparing equation 2 with a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0, I get a2 is equal to 3, b2 is equal to 2, c2 is equal to minus 4. Some of you students must have already got also. Sir, udhar move karo, sir, udhar move karo. You have not moved. But it's good now, you have seen that. If you don't move, then what will happen? So now for x it is 2, 3, 1. So 2 is b1, b2, 3 is c1, c2, 1 is a1, a2, and then again 2 is b1, b2. This is for y, this is for 1. So you get over here x, b1, b2 is 5, 2, c1, c2 is minus 9, minus 4. For a1, a2 is 8, 3. And for b1, b2 is again 5, 2. So you'll get x upon 5 into minus 4 will give you minus 20, sign of minus, and then minus 18. Y upon minus 9 into 3 will give you minus 27, sign of minus, and then minus 4 into 8 will give you minus 32 is equal to 1 upon 8 2 is 16 minus 3 5 is 15. So what you get over here is x upon minus 20 plus 18, y upon minus 27 plus 32, 1 upon 1. So you get x upon minus 2 is equal to y upon 5 is equal to 1 upon 1. This is going to be your 3. So comparing, I'm finished with paper C. I would have, अगर ले लिया होता था बराबर था तो I have taken right number of papers. So from 3 what we get, x upon minus 2 is equal to 1 upon 1, so you get x is equal to minus 2. Y upon 5 is equal to 1 upon 1, so you get y is equal to 5. Now it is right. Nice lesson for me. अच्छा हो गया, अगली बार ऐसा गलती नहीं करेगा. So we have finished with what? Form the pair of linear equations in the following problems and find their solutions if they exist by any algebraic method. ये क्या हो गया? No, this actually speaking are the word problems, my dear students. These are word problems. So word problems, I'll do all the word problems together. So in this way we can stop over here. All the word problems I'll do together. We will have a nice time, gala time. We will all separate the word problems also. One type of word problems we will solve together. All the word problems related to ages, age of father, mother, children and all, they will be solved together. Word problems based on numerators and denominators, fractions will be solved together. Word problems related to numbers will be solved together. Word problems related to geometrical figures based on some formulas, they will be solved separate. Word problems related to quotient is equal to divisor into remainder plus divisor into dividend is equal to quotient into divisor plus remainder, those type of questions. So I will group all the questions basically together and I will solve them together so that you understand and have a better idea about them. Okay, my dear students, so in this way we finish with this. Of course, exercise 3.6 is a very interesting exercise. Let's do it afterwards. Okay, my dear students, thank you. See you all. Stay happy, stay cool. Love you all. See you all soon. Bye.